Hi, well welcome back to a boat called Wanda. The lighting here is a little bit different today, and that's because Wanda's actually inside a shed now and the shed's quite dark. So I've just got some porta-flood lighting in the cabin so that I can see what I'm doing. So yeah, last week Wanda got grip blasted, and unfortunately I was away for that week so I couldn't record any of it, but I'll shoot some video later to show you what it looks like now. And then after the hull was grip blasted, Wanda was moved into this shed, which is great because now I can just get absolutely everything out of the boat and it's dry, and now we can begin working on the exterior hull repairs. So yeah, things should hopefully start to move a little bit quicker now. So what I want to do today basically is to remove that section of broken up cap rail, and then remove the teak decking around that part of the deck going into that tow rail, so that all that fiberglass can be exposed, and then we can start to grind that back and prepare it to relaminate it all. Okay, so let's get started. So here we've taken a little piece of the teak decking off so that we could check out the tow rail here, and there's a bit of damage down here, so all this fiberglass has gone really soft here and spongy, where I guess all the resin's just shattered as this has taken the impact. But the problem is when we took this teak off, we took it off with a chisel and it's actually lifted a lot of the gel coat off. So the advice I've been given is to actually use an electric planer and plane all this teak off rather than lift it off with a chisel. So I think the first step will be to take off the rest of this cap rail that's remaining, and work on this tow rail and refix this split here. Yeah, so what I'm trying now is I'm actually drilling around the screws using this bit that cuts out plugs, so that I can leave the screws in place just by drilling around them, so I can lift the board up that way. The problem I was having before, just by sort of knocking up the bungs and then trying to get a screwdriver on, was that these heads were just rounding out and I couldn't get them to come out nicely because they're really well stuck in with some sort of adhesive, and some of them are slightly bent. And because this got knocked around here somewhere, I think that's also made it more difficult for them to screw out normally. So this seems to be working. Yeah, it's getting looser now, so there doesn't seem to be as much adhesive here holding this down. It just seems to be held down by these screws. Yeah, so this bit, I think it's a 12mm cutter. Let's try that. And these plugs are 8mm, I think. So this is like leaving a sort of 4mm clearance around them. Anyway, it seems to be working so far. Just not sure how far to drill down, so it's just sort of trial and error. Almost off. you just need to drill down a bit more. I don't want to go down too deeply because then I'll be drilling into the gel coat and fiberglass. Seems to be right. Let's see. Yep, alright, so just got those two at the end now. This piece should come off no problem. Probably need to change the battery on the drill soon. Oh, that's got to do it. Let's see. Maybe a bit of sealant somewhere, just holding it down a bit. Try back here. Yeah, that's it. Great. So now it's just a matter of breaking that piece of wood off with these pliers, and that sort of comes off pretty easily, and then you can get to the screw heads. And then I can just get to these grips, and though I couldn't screw them out using the driver, I can actually just grab the head, these pliers, and get them out that way. Actually, here's an even better way I found. So with these screws, I still just use these grips to sort of crack off that piece of wood around them. But then I found that I could use the drill directly on these, just by kind of like tightening the chuck around the head of the screw. I mean, this drill works really well. It's got a really good chuck, and then the whole thing just drills out like that. You can see how better the screws are there. Yeah, this isn't good. So what you can see here is where I've used the crowbar to rip the cap rail off. This has actually pulled the top layer of fiberglass off. The adhesive's so strong. You can see it here between the wood and the fiberglass, and I thought I could cut through it, but deep inside there's a stronger seal. Hi, well it's the end of the day now, and I've made some progress. But what I've found out now is that that teak cap rail is going to be a little bit more difficult than I imagined to remove, and perhaps not possible to remove in each section because it's really well adhered to the fiberglass. So what I had to do in the end was to actually plane it off because I couldn't remove it easily, and when I tried to remove it with a crowbar or chisel, what I found was it was removing a lot of the gel coat and then leaving the fiberglass kind of exposed, which wasn't great. And as the gel coat came up off the fiberglass, it was sort of leaving soft fibres behind. So when it comes to remove the entire cap rail, I think what I'll have to do is just basically plane all of it off wherever it's too well adhered down with sealant. I think they're using 5200 there because it just it sticks really well. So next week when I come back, I'll have to finish what I meant to do today, which is to actually pull up that teak from the deck around the tow rail so that that gap can be opened up and ground back ready to be fiberglassed. Okay, so we'll try and get to that next week. Thanks for watching.